A very good evening. Welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Ashin Veera Singha. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Penalties imposed to 3 institutions to enforce compliance on financial institutions during 2020. The Southeast Asia's largest tire manufacturing plant to be opened this Thursday. News in detail. Financial Intelligence Unit, as the regulator for anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism in the country, has imposed penalties for 3 institutions amounting to 2.3 million rupees in total for the period of June 2020 to end of last December to enforce compliance on financial institutions. Accordingly, Central Bank has imposed financial penalties on institutions Richard Peace Finance Limited, SoftLogic Finance PLC and Siapath Finance PLC for non-compliances with the stipulations placed under Section 19 of the Financial Transactions Reporting Act No. 6 of 2006. The Financial Intelligence Unit, as the regulator for anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism, has decided to impose penalties amounting to 2.3 million rupees in total for the period from 1st June 2020 to 31st December 2020, mainly on the violations of financial institutions, customer due diligence, Rule No. 1 of 2016 in relation to sanctions screening. Thus, 300,000 rupees penalty is imposed on Richard Peace Finance Limited on 15th of October 2020. 1 million rupee penalty is imposed on SoftLogic Finance PLC on 4th of November 2020. 1 million rupee penalty is imposed on Siapath Finance PLC on 25th of November 2020. Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena has assured of early recommencement of medical tourism for Seychelles in the post-COVID world. At the recent meeting held at the Foreign Ministry with Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena and the outgoing High Commissioner of Seychelles in Colombo, Conrad Vincent Medrick, Minister Dinesh Gunawardena has expressed Sri Lanka's commitment to enhance close collaboration in areas of trade, agriculture, medical tourism, blue economy, hospitality, financial sector and information technology, while acknowledging the steadfast support extended by Seychelles to Sri Lanka in the realm of multilateral and international apparatus. High Commissioner Medrick emphasized the importance of cooperation between Sri Lanka and Seychelles, which has huge potential to reach new heights in the post-COVID world. The High Commissioner also apprised the opportunities open for Sri Lankan professionals and skilled workers in Seychelles in numerous fields such as in education, health, financial, tourism sectors, and commended on the state-of-the-art service rendered by hospitality and health industries of Sri Lanka, by which several people of Seychelles benefit annually. Foreign Minister Gunawardena responded to this, claiming to assure the envoy of early resumption of medical tourism for the people of Seychelles. Despite the closure of the High Commission of Seychelles in Colombo due to economic constraints posed by the COVID-19 crisis, the High Commissioner handed over a letter to the Foreign Minister seeking permission to appoint an honorary consul for Sri Lanka. As Indian Ocean nations, both parties agreed to consolidate the existing relations, embracing new areas of cooperation in the years ahead. The first phase of the Southeast Asia's largest tyre manufacturing plant, Ferentino Tyre, in Wagavatta Export Processing Zone in Hurana, will be opened by President Gotabaya Rajapaksa this Thursday. The proposed tyre manufacturing plant spans across 155 acres in Wagavatta Industrial Zone in Hurana, and the overall investment of the project is estimated to be $250 million, including $100 million in the first phase. The construction of the project has begun in early 2017, but it has faced delays in the initial stages. But it was started again in the following year with the initially committed investment of $78 million, increasing it to $250 million. Reportedly, the first phase of the project plans to produce 3 million passenger car radials per annum, including a specialized category for SUVs, mainly to be exported to the United States and Europe markets. In relation to the demand of the local market, it is noted that the plant has capacity to manufacture 1 million industrial tyres per annum for 2-wheelers and 3-wheelers. The manufacturing plant would also manufacture industrial tyres for buses and trucks. Stay tuned for more news after this short break. officials arrested since October 30th last year for violating quarantine laws is 2,415. Moreover, another 766 COVID-19 patients have been discharged from the hospitals after a complete recovery from the virus. Thus, the total number of COVID-19 recoveries in the country now stands at 42,091. Thereby, more than 48,000 COVID-19 cases have been reported in the country. On the other hand, the Health Promotion Bureau states that 13,224 PCR tests have been conducted in the country yesterday. Moreover, it was reported today that Minister Vasudeva Nanayakkara has tested positive for the COVID-19 infection. Therefore, 3 members of the parliament have tested positive for the coronavirus. State Minister Dayasiri Jayasekara was the first to be diagnosed with the coronavirus and he is currently receiving treatment at a treatment centre in Hikkaduwa. It was confirmed yesterday that Sri Lanka Muslim Congress leader parliamentarian Rauf Hakeem has contracted the virus. Moreover, Prime Minister's Coordinating Secretary for Political Affairs Kumarasiri Hettige was also confirmed to be COVID-19 positive. Thus, more than 20 parliamentarians and several staff members at the parliament have been identified as contacts of MP Hakeem and Kumarasiri Hettige. Furthermore, issuing a press release today evening, Secretary-General of Parliament Dhammika Dasanayake stated that the proceedings of Parliament will continue in accordance with health guidelines given by the health authorities following 3 members of Parliament were infected with COVID-19 virus. Dasanayake said that discussions had been held with the health authorities regarding the situation and that all the places where the COVID-19 infected MPs were staying had been disinfected by now. Secretary-General Dasanayake also stated that random PCR tests are being conducted for the parliamentary staff members and also said that arrangements have been made with the health officials to conduct PCR tests for the staff members at the Parliament complex in the next few days. Meanwhile, the Committee on Parliamentary Business is scheduled to meet on Wednesday at 2 p.m. under the chairmanship of Speaker Mahinda Yapa to decide the proceedings of next sittings of Parliament. Sri Lanka has commenced exporting seafood to Ukraine on a new route from Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport, promoting Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport as a cargo transshipment hub linking the airport and seaport via bonded trucking and rail. SkyUp Airlines PQ555 outward flight to Ukraine has carried more than 658 kilograms of fish and seafood from Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport last week. These fish and seafood exports were comprised of edible tuna, prawns and mullets. Director of Operations, Airport and Aviation Services, Sri Lanka Private Limited, Shehan Sumanasekara said Sri Lanka has emerged as a quality fish and seafood exporter and addressing such opportunities, Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport is ready and equipped to handle increased volumes of seafood air freight cargo in the future. Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport is positioned as an exotic tourism destination utilizing its strategic geographical location to increase passenger movements and now aggressively marketing its capability to attract cargo exports from Sri Lanka while establishing an international market for the local producers to market fresh vegetables, fisheries, fresh fruits and ornamental fish, which brings in foreign remittances. Moreover, Sumanasekara stated that plans are afoot to promote Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport as a cargo transshipment hub in the future, linking the airport and seaport via bonded trucking and rail. Samagi Jana Balawege parliamentarian Iran Vikramaratne says that the political revenge is not necessary, but the government should arrest the responsible persons of the April 21st attack and punish them according to the law. Former State Minister of Finance Vikramaratne made these observations addressing the media in Colombo yesterday.
Sri Lanka ගුවන් සේවාවේ අක්‍රමිතාවයල් වුණා කියලා අර අලුත් ගුවන් යානා ගන්න යනකොට A350 900 ගුවන් යානා ගන්න යනකොට ලොකු කතාවක් ලංකාවේ තිබුණා. අපි පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේත් කතා කළා. කෝප් සභාවෙත් අපිව ප්‍රශ්න කළා. දිගින් තිකට මේව බැලුවා. ලැජ්ජයි කියන්න අපේ රජයේ කාලෙත් අපිව කතා කළා. නමුත් අන්තිමට බ්‍රිතාන්‍ය උසාවියක තමයි දෙන්නෙක්ව යොමු කරලා බ්‍රිතාන්‍ය උසාවියෙන් තීන්දුවක් දුන්නා මේ අයට මේ අය සම්බන්ධ සමාගම් වලට ඩොලර් මිලියන ගණන් ඒ සමාගම් වලට දුන්නා කියලා බ්‍රිතාන්‍ය උසාවියෙන් දුන්නා. ඒ පුද්ගලයන්ගොත් මේ රට ආවා. ආපුවම අත්අඩංගුවට ගත්තා. ආයෙත් ඒ අයව නිදහස් කරලා තිබෙනවා. ඉතින් මොකද්ද මේක ලැජ්ජ වෙන්න හේතුවක් නෙමෙයිද? අපේ රටේ හරියට මේ අධිකරණය සාධාරණත්වය ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක අපිට ලැජ්ජ වෙන්න හේතුවක් නෙමෙයිද? ජනාධිපති වර්ණයකට ගියා. ජනාධිපති වර්ණයකට යනකොට අපේක්ෂකයෝ රටවටේ ගිහිල්ලා කිව්වා අපේ රජයේ වග කියන්න ඕනේ. ඒගොල්ලන් ආපම හොයලා බලනවා. පාස්කෝට් ප්‍රහාරය පිටිපස්සේ ආයව අත්අඩංගුවට ගන්නවා. ඒ අයට දඬුවම් දෙනවා. අපි දේශපාලන පරිගැනීමක් අපිට ඕනේ නැහැ. අපි කියන්නේ අපේ රජයට අද තියෙන රජයට කියන්නේ ඒකට වග කියන්න ඕනේ අය අත්අඩංගුවට අරගෙන විතරක් මදි. ඔය අත්අඩංගුවේ කතාවත් අපි දිගින් දිගටම අහලා තියෙනවානේ. අධිකරණ මාර්ගයට යොමු කරන්න. අධිකරණයට යොමු කරලා අධිකරණ තීන්දුවක් අරගෙන අධිකරණයෙන් දඬුවම් දෙන්න.
We'll be back with stock updates after this short break. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a positive note today. The all-share price index gained 84.1 points to close at 7,203.63 and the S&P SL 20 gained 25.98 points to close at 2,730.85. The turnover was 7.7 million rupees and over 504 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. And that's all the news for today. See you tomorrow with State of Business at the usual time. Until then, take care. Good night.